Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. So, Armanket is out in approximately 10 hours, I think. Or the server's going into downtime anyway to make way for it. Which does mean that I'm not going to have time to build a deck and post a video today. So, as it is going to be a Magic video every single day, we're actually going to take a look back at the Emeria Reanimator deck as well for today. So, tomorrow will be Armanket. I will be playing the winning deck from the vote that you made on the other day, whatever it was. I think it might be the Fling combo winning. It's either that or Zombie Tribal, I'm not sure. It was definitely those two that were fighting for first place, so we'll have to see. Alright guys, without further ado though, before the servers go into downtime, I need to get some videos recorded, so I will see you in the games. Alrighty then, we're on the draw. We have red and black mana plus an Evolving Wilds and nothing much. Bit too much of a heavy hand there. This one's actually it's okay, I suppose. Oath of Jace draws us into something. Well, Evolving Wilds for an island, and then we've got the Isolated Chapel then as well for our white and black mana. The opponent leads off with an Oath of Nissa. So they get a creature, land, or planeswalker off of this. They go with a land. Alright. And it was a forest as well. Not sure what to think of that. We draw Combustible Gearhulk. Alright. We're just going to go with the Evolving Wilds and we're going to pass. We have no turn 2 play, so I'm not fussed about cracking that Evolving Wilds. Our only turn 2 play is Eile, and I'm still grabbing an island with the Evolving Wilds because we do really need to Oath of Jace on turn 3 so that we can dump the Gearhulk and the Emeria Shepherd. Animist Awakening for 1. If he doesn't hit a land, which he got lucky there, he would have had no value from that. So I guess I'm just going to crack this and make an island. Reet now. There we go. We draw. Another Emeria Shepherd. We need a land next turn. Otherwise we're in trouble. We could discard to hand size, but that gets us no closer to our Rise from the Grave or our Ever After. Nissa's Pilgrimage to grab 2 forests, 1 into play, 1 into his hand. And passes. Green-white ramp of some sort. There is our third land. It is a little slow, of course, but not much you can do about that. We'll crack it now. We'll get double black. Yeah, double black. We could get the red source, but we need double red for that to work out. And I'd much rather have our Reanimator cards like Ever After online with the double black. Ovenwald Hydra. It's going to be a 7-7. This is going to be a very quick game by the looks of things because we have nothing to stop this. So our opponent's searching for a land. They find a mountain. Okay. And we get a land. It's not too bad actually. We'll go Oath of Jace first just in case we have any special lands that we want to play instead. Right, let's discard Combustible Gearhulk and Emeria Shepherd. Yes. And then we'll play Canopy Vista and pass. So next turn we can grab back Combustible Gearhulk, but he's already got a 7-7, so we're still in a bit of trouble. I suppose I could have Olivia and Gearhulk there for turn 6, but here's a Chandra. He's got the nut draws. We're absolutely screwed. There is nothing to come back from this. If we could somehow get an Ulamog in the graveyard for next turn, we could have maybe blocked this thing, but nah, we're dead. Down to 6. So we need 2 blockers on the board, and we can't make 2 blockers, so yep. Just not... Ooh. No, too slow. Just not quick enough. Rise from the Grave, Combustible Gearhulk. Maybe he mills 20 power off the board and we win like that. You never know. No. That would have been 16, 19 damage if he'd have milled all of that. That's a shame. That is a big shame. Well, can't win them all. Rishikar's expertise. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, and then can play mana cost 5 or less from your hand. It's a Gisela. Plus his Chandra gets around our blockers, and we're dead. Yep, fair enough. Really wish he'd have milled there. You wouldn't have died from it, but it would have been satisfying to see him on 1 when we'd done nothing. Our opponent just ramped out a creature that was just slightly too big for us though. If it had stayed a 6/6 it wouldn't have been a problem, but it didn't. Alright, let's go quickly on to the next game. Alright, we're in. I think we're against the same person again, you know. That hand had too few lands. This one is actually pretty good. We've got pieces of the puzzle to self-mill, which could get us some reanimate. We'll see. We're going to have to Evolving Wilds and get ourselves a Swamp. Our opponent's mulliganing down to 5, so that bodes well for us. Won't have the explosive start that he did last time. Hopefully, anyway. He might still have a very nutty 5 card hand. 6 now, of course, because he is on the draw. Leads off with a Plains. So probably playing the same deck. Drowned Catacomb, there is our double black. That's nice. And our blue as well. We'll go with Canopy Vista. Just because it's going to be a tap land for quite some time. And then we're going to go Drowned Catacomb into pieces of the puzzle after that. Another Plains for our opponent. Are they locked into one colour? Perhaps. Perhaps. It's time for sweet revenge. Drowned Catacomb, piece of the puzzle. We have Grasp of Darkness to remove a creature at the early game as well, so if he is relying on Gisellas and things like that, we've got Grasp of Darkness to take care of that. So, what do we hit? We want creatures we can't grab, which we kind of did. And do I take the Anguished Unmaking or the Ever After here? I guess... Oh, I'm not sure about that. The Ever After, because turn 4 we're going to Brilliant Spectrum, so we're going to be discarding a lot of stuff, I guess. You don't want to get rid of an Ever After as well, because if you cast it, it shuffles back into your deck. Well, it goes on the bottom, but you can shuffle it later. If it just goes in the graveyard, though, you'll never get it back again, which sucks. Ah, he's actually got black mana. Okay. We're going to Brilliant Spectrum for 4. Draw 4, discard. Oh, lovely. Omnath and Ulamog into the graveyard. One of them's coming back the turn after next. We can also discard again. I guess it's Declaration in Stone. Anguished Unmaking just hits more, so... And Oath of Jace allows us to find more Reanimator later down the line and maybe even get more creatures into the graveyard from beyond for our opponents. So they are still ramping. Was that green mana I saw? It is. It's possibly the same deck then. Because our opponent did grab a single red source in the last time. And now he's got a single black source. Whatever that means. Alright, Evolving Wilds, and then we'll Oath of Jace get that prized amalgam in the graveyard. Should probably crack this actually while we're there. We got double black. Get double blue, why not? Draw and discard Plated Crusher and Linvala. Not bad. So if we hit a land next turn, we get Ulamog and probably Omnath back in the same turn. You might have Anguished Unmaking or Declaration in Stone though, so it's possibly a good idea to get Eiley down first. Our opponent is ramping into nasty stuff though. He just got a double red. So our opponent's right where they need to be. We scry 0. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to get rid of this while we still can. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and if he's got a land drop, he's got 10 mana, so that's Ulamog right there. And if we take the turn off to kill this, we get Eiley down on the battlefield, which means we can sack creatures in response to his exile. So if he does have Declaration in Stone or Anguished Unmaking for our Ulamog, we can sack it in response and gain 10 life. Yeah. I think we'll do that. Let's do that. Anguished Unmaking this right now, so he can't use it. Oh. Too slow, opponent. Too slow. See, he could have used it. But he forgot. No Ulamog for you. Animist Awakening, though. Might get him the Ulamog. X7. So he gets to look at the top 7, take 4 lands from it. Oh dear. Alright, if he's got Ulamog, he might win. We get another Ever After. We also get Omnath and Ulamog. We didn't hit our land drop, so we can't exile in response, or sacrifice, sorry, in response. You do get prize amalgam triggers though, so one of them is going to come back from the graveyard as well at the end step. So we're just hoping that he doesn't have answers to our board state right now. And if he doesn't, we win. If he does, we might lose. Pure and simple. He's got a lot of mana. Does he have anything to do with it though? That's the question. He dropped a Rolling Thunder, but he has another one. Okay. X9. So 3, 6. You can take out 2 creatures, or he could go 5, 6, 7, 8 there as well and point one at us. Yeah. Okay. We have another Ever After anyway. 0.3 damage at him for killing our Omnath. And we're going to be hitting him for 13 here. Continue playing. Is there any way we can win right now? Nothing comes out hasty. If we could sack Omnath, then we could kill him, but we didn't hit our land drop, so it's looking like the answer is no. Yeah. Alright, well, let's Ever After. Omnath. Eiley. Actually, let's get... Let's get Plate Crusher just because it's hexproof, in case he somehow has something in the form of targeted removal for everyone. Then at least he can't touch that one. Down to 2. So our opponent needs a board wipe and a removal spell for Ulamog. And even then we rise from the grave and get one of them back. And that's just going to be a game. Alright, looks like we went off quicker than he did this time. Swing in for a buttload. And that's game. Revenge! Alright guys, let's go for another game, shall we? I'll see you there. Alright, we're in and we're on the play. We have 3 lands. We kind of have the setup for an Eiley and a Brilliant Spectrum on turn 4 if we hit another land, which probably leads us into Rise from the Grave. I think this is good enough. We also have a panic button with our Languish, so we're going to have to crack this for a white source so that we can Eiley on turn 2. And that also gives us an extra colour for Brilliant Spectrum's Converge as well, which is pretty sweet. Right, what you got? Mountain for our opponent. We get our next land, which is good. It's actually good. So we have white, blue, and black currently. We need another colour for the Brilliant Spectrum though. So we'll get down our Eiley. Nice little bit of early game aggression. Probably dies to burn spells later down the line, but she's out, she's doing business, she's putting on the pressure, making her opponent make strange choices or something like that maybe. Looks like vehicles. Speedway Fanatic, 2-1 with haste, gives vehicles haste. Bear that in mind, because if he does Caravan next turn, could be getting hit for 5. Which is why I'm not going to swing in. Right, let's just play a Drowned Catacomb and pass. Because I will trade with a Cultivator's Caravan if that is what he gets in with. Land drop. And if he doesn't, well, at the very least we've got a blocker for this guy anyway, so either way we're preventing damage, which buys us time to get later down the Thopter Arrest. Okay. Sure. It's like Banishing Light essentially, except for its artifact or creature, and hits us for 2. Sure. I suppose our opponent saw that as a major stopping point for everything that he was planning. Right, we get to Brilliant Spectrum for 3, discard 2. It's going to be Sorin and Linvala, I think. So we have Necromantic Summons for Linvala next turn. I'm hoping he plays another creature, but he's not going to. Renegade Freighter gets crewed up by the Fanatic, so he gives it haste. Is this the one that gets +1/+1? Yeah, and trample. Fair enough. Well, we get a Linvala to block that and gain back the life that we just lost. And then we can Necromantic Summons with counters so we can block it permanently. Another Eiley as well. Ooh. So, Rise from the Grave, Linvala. Gain 5 life. Pass the turn. We also have Eiley and Pieces of the Puzzle, so if he doesn't force us to block with Linvala, maybe that's the path that we'll take. Even if he does force us to block, maybe that's a good path as well. Because Necromantic Summons could get back Emeria Shepherd, and then we can start pulling back Linvalas and our Sorins and things like that as well. Looks like our opponent's willing to trade the Freighter off, because it will give him a counter on the Solemn Recruit. Little does he know we have a Languish, so I'm more than happy to make this trade. Because we can't hit vehicles with Languish. We can sure as hell hit that guy. Okay. Take the Freighter down. He gets a counter. If we hit a land drop, we can maybe Eiley. Ooh, nice. So we can Languish and Eiley. I think we will before this guy gets out of hand. And also there's no creatures to crew any of the vehicles in his hand if he has them. And now we can Necromantic Summons a Linvala back and sack it in response to our opponent's removal if it comes to it. I think I'll Pieces the Puzzle first though, because I might find something a lot better. He has another Freighter and he has a Depala this time to crew it up. Yeah, I don't think we really gain too much for getting Linvala back right now. We still gain the 5 life no matter when we do it, so let's go Pieces of the Puzzle first. Let's see if we can find creatures in the yard and more Reanimator. More specifically, an Emeria Shepherd. Oh, there it is. Alright. That's actually pretty insane. We might not have hit anything from it, but still. Should have maybe held on to that mountain, actually. Wasn't thinking about that, but that could get Sorin back to hand, because we can cast him. I was thinking about it being a Plains. Plains are the only ones that I usually hold on to in this deck, but maybe that was a mistake on my part there. In fact, it was definitely a mistake. Heart of Kieran for a 4/4 flying vigilance. Coming in. So he hits Veteran Motorist, Solemn Recruit, and that's it. Okay. Got to bear in mind he has start your engines. So we could just win out of no. It could just lose out of nowhere. Opponent gets in with a freighter. I think we'll block. We'll take it off the board. If he does have a start your engines, I want as few vehicles on the field as possible. Land. Oh, and it's a prairie stream as well. Alright, Necromax summons Emeria Shepherd. We were not punished for our mistake. We get back a 6/6 Emeria Shepherd and both of the prized amalgams out of our graveyard. We play a prairie stream, triggering Emeria Shepherd, which gets us back a Sorin, I'm thinking. Tapped artifact, so yeah, we can't hit the Heart of Kieran with Nahiri. We could hit the Depala with it, but I think it's just Sorin here. Yes, please. Alright, so we could tick him up to 7, dealing damage to our opponent that way. And yeah, I think we'll do that, because if it's a little bit of self-mill, our opponent has conceded to that. We have a Smouldering Marsh, so we can pull back Nahiri to our hand and caster next turn. We get 2 prized amalgams. And pass the turn. So I'm pretty sure Sorin doesn't die in this situation, and if he does, we can get him back to hand with Smouldering Marsh anyway, as long as Emeria Shepherd lives. Veteran Motorist. 3... Oh, I was going to say, what are you doing there? Get a Fleet Wheel Cruiser, paying 1 off the Depala to make himself a 5/5 that can't get past our Shepherd. But I suppose he can crew it with Veteran Motorist to make it a 6/6. Now that I think about it. Oh, Fleet Wheel Cruiser. Yeah. Interesting situation you put us in here. Just the Sorin. Takes him down to 1. I'm fine with that. The AI is very weird with vehicles, if you are not aware. I'm sure you are, though, to some extent. Right. Plus Sorin. Hopefully get something decent. Oath of Jace. Could be decent. We'll see what we get. See, our opponent crews up the Heart of Kieran for no reason. These are the things that it does. So, we're going to do a little bit of milling. There's an Ulamog into the graveyard. We've got Grasp of Darkness as a bit of removal for the Fleet Wheel Cruiser, so we've got to bear that in mind. I think Pieces of the Puzzle is the card to drop here. Actually, maybe it's just the island. Yeah. Because we're going to Smouldering Marsh, which means we can cast Nahiri, which means we can also hold up Grasp of Darkness as well. So, grab Nahiri. Yes, please. Back to hand. Caster, holding up Grasp of Darkness. And we will exile Tapped Artifact, I think. Take the Heart of Kieran off the board. Although, no, we just get an Eiley back from that. Take the Heart of Kieran off the board. We've got blockers on the ground for these two. We've got Grasp of Darkness for this guy. I'm tempted to grasp now, but I think we'll just get him for 6. Do I grasp now? Yeah, well, he still can't crew it to make it a 7/5. That's probably a good idea. Okay. What can our opponent do? As long as we have our Emeria Shepherd on the board, most of the things that he gets rid of, we can get back. So anything that dies isn't really an impactful situation. He gets a Fleet Wheel, Gear Shift Ace, and a Renegade Wheelsmith. We're gonna block and block, potentially killing them. And we do. Prized Amalgams, if we reanimate anything, they come back from the graveyard. So if we get a Plains here, we get them back. We get to scry 2. Ever After we'll take. We'll scry the Gaia's Revenge to the bottom, I think. Actually, no, we'll take it, because we can loot it away with Nahiri, Ever After, an Ulamog, and a Gaia's Revenge, and just win. So, discard a card and draw a card. Didn't work out the way I thought it was. It's the opposite of what I thought it was. Eh well. We could have also revealed there. I'm a fool. Mirror Shepherd. Not bad. Right, well. We're going to win anyway. Let's go Plate Crusher and Ulamog. We get both of our prize amalgams back. Our opponent has a Fleet Wheel Cruiser that can't get past our Ulamog or our Plated Crusher. We swing for 6 and we win. I suppose it was better than just plussing a Sorin to kill him there. Much rather game with our Emeria Shepherd, which was the MVP of the day. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. So, tomorrow is going to be Arm and Ket's release. So, it's either going to be the Fling combo or it's going to be Zombie Tribal. You can check out the voting video that I put out the other day to make your vote count if you want, or even just find out which one's winning right now to find out what's going to be played tomorrow. That is entirely up to you. But don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. It helps me out a great deal. It lets me know you're enjoying the series and you want to see more. Going to be a Magic video every single day this week, so don't forget to hit the bell icon as well right next to the subscription button, and it'll give you a notification when the videos go up. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you tomorrow. Ta-da!